What if the biggest thing protecting your child's health isn't an expensive vitamin, a special diet, or the latest parenting trend? What if it's the small, everyday habits that seem so ordinary you hardly notice them? The truth is, healthy and strong children aren't built by one perfect choice. They're shaped by hundreds of little moments that happen every single day. Think about a typical morning. Maybe your child rushes through breakfast, forgets to drink water, spends a little too much time in front of a screen before school, or skips playing outside because they're busy indoors. None of these moments seems like a big deal on its own, but over weeks, months, and years, these daily routines can quietly influence how children grow, learn, move, and even how they feel emotionally. The good news is that building healthy habits doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need a perfect schedule, expensive equipment, or hours of extra time. In fact, some of the most powerful habits take only a few minutes and fit naturally into everyday family life. Healthy children need more than just growing taller. Their bones are becoming stronger, their muscles are developing, and their brains are creating millions of connections as they explore the world. Their immune systems are also learning how to protect them from illnesses. Every healthy choice you encourage today helps support that amazing process. Of course, every child is different. Some are naturally active, while others enjoy quiet activities. Some eat almost everything, while others are picky eaters. Development happens at different speeds, and that's completely normal. The goal isn't to compare children with one another, it's to create routines that give each child the best chance to thrive. One simple example is breakfast. Imagine two children starting their day. One rushes out the door without eating anything. The other enjoys a balanced meal with whole grains, fruit, and a source of protein. By mid-morning, the second child is often more likely to have steady energy, stay focused in class, and feel ready to learn. It doesn't have to be a fancy meal. Even simple, nutritious choices can make a real difference. But food is only a piece of the puzzle. Many parents spend lots of time thinking about nutrition while overlooking something just as important: movement. Children aren't designed to stay still all day. Running, climbing, jumping, dancing, and playing help strengthen muscles, improve balance, and support healthy brain development. Sometimes what looks like just playing is actually one of the best workouts a growing child can have. And here's something many families don't realize. Healthy habits often spread throughout the household. When children see parents choosing water instead of sugary drinks, taking walks together, or eating colorful fruits and vegetables, those behaviors begin to feel normal. Kids learn far more from what they see than from what they're told. But that's only part of the story. Some habits that seem harmless can slowly work against a child's health without parents noticing. Others have surprising benefits that go far beyond physical growth. A simple bedtime routine, regular outdoor play, or even washing hands the right way can have a much bigger impact than many people expect. Over the next few minutes, we'll explore the everyday habits that help children grow healthier, stronger, and more confident. We'll also look at common mistakes many caring parents make, clear up a few popular myths, and share practical ideas that are easy to start at home. By the end, you'll see that raising healthy kids isn't about being perfect. It's about making small, consistent choices that add up over time. Now that we've seen why everyday habits matter so much, let's start with one of the simplest and most powerful: eating a variety of nutritious foods. Many parents worry when their child refuses vegetables or only wants the same few meals. While picky eating is common, especially in younger children, it's important to keep offering healthy options without turning mealtimes into a battle. A child may need to see a new food many times before feeling comfortable enough to taste it. Patience often works better than pressure. Instead of focusing on perfect meals, think about balance over time. A colorful plate with fruits, vegetables, whole grains, protein, and healthy fats gives growing bodies the nutrients they need. If one meal isn't ideal, the next one is another opportunity. Healthy eating is built over days and weeks, not judged by a single lunch or dinner. Hydration is another habit that's easy to overlook. Children are often so busy playing that they forget to drink water until they're already thirsty. Encourage them to sip water throughout the day, especially after physical activity or during hot weather. Water helps regulate body temperature, supports digestion, and keeps the brain and muscles working well. While juice can be enjoyed occasionally, water should usually be the first choice. But healthy eating is only one side of the equation. The body also needs regular movement to grow stronger. Children naturally love to move when they're given the chance. Whether it's kicking a ball, riding a bicycle, dancing in the living room, or playing tag with friends, active play helps develop strong bones, healthy muscles, coordination, and confidence. It also supports heart health and can improve mood by reducing stress and boosting positive emotions. Here's where things become really interesting. These habits don't work alone. Nutritious food provides energy for active play. Active play helps children sleep better. Good sleep supports learning, emotional well-being, and healthy choices the next day. Together, these small routines create a cycle that helps children grow healthier and stronger over time. As these healthy habits become part of everyday life, there's another area that deserves just as much attention: emotional well-being. A healthy child isn't only physically strong, they also need to feel safe, loved, and supported. Children experience stress too, even if it looks different from adult stress. They may feel overwhelmed by school, friendships, new experiences, or changes at home. One of the healthiest habits families can build is simply talking every day. Asking questions like, "What was the best part of your day?" or "Was anything difficult today?" helps children feel comfortable sharing their thoughts and emotions. Listening is just as important as giving advice. Sometimes children don't need an immediate solution. They simply need to know that someone understands them. These everyday conversations build trust and emotional resilience that can last a lifetime. Another habit many families overlook is practicing good hygiene consistently. Washing hands before eating, after using the bathroom, and after playing outside helps reduce the spread of germs. Brushing teeth twice a day with fluoride toothpaste, flossing when appropriate, and visiting the dentist regularly also support long-term health. These routines may seem small, but they prevent problems before they begin. Now let's talk about something that often gets forgotten in busy family schedules: regular health checkups. Routine visits with a pediatrician or healthcare professional allow doctors to monitor growth, answer questions, and recommend vaccinations or screenings when appropriate. These visits aren't just for when a child is sick. They're an important part of helping children stay healthy as they grow. And if you ever have concerns about your child's development, eating habits, sleep, or behavior, it's always a good idea to discuss them with a qualified healthcare professional rather than relying on guesses or online advice. Here's where many parents make another common mistake. They try to change everything at once. Maybe they decide to completely change their child's diet, eliminate all treats, add daily exercise, limit every screen, and create the perfect bedtime routine, all starting on Monday. It sounds motivating, but it's often overwhelming for both parents and children. Instead, focus on one habit at a time. Perhaps this week the family drinks more water. Next week, everyone takes a 20-minute walk after dinner. Then you add a consistent bedtime routine. Small changes are easier to maintain, and over time, they become part of your family's lifestyle. There are also a few myths that can make healthy parenting more confusing. One myth is that healthy food has to be expensive. In reality, many affordable foods like beans, eggs, oats, bananas, seasonal fruits, frozen vegetables, and whole grains can be nutritious choices. Another myth is that active children don't need rest. In fact, rest and recovery are essential because that's when growing bodies repair and recharge. Some people also believe that a child who eats one unhealthy snack has ruined their healthy diet. The truth is that balance matters much more than perfection. Occasional treats can fit into a healthy lifestyle when most everyday choices support good nutrition. And here's something worth remembering. Children learn through consistency, not perfection. There will be busy days, birthday parties, holidays, and moments when routines don't go as planned. That's completely normal. What matters is returning to those healthy habits again and again. But there's one final piece that ties all of these habits together, and it's something every parent can do starting today. That final piece is your example. Children watch far more than they listen. They notice when you choose water instead of a sugary drink, when you take a walk after dinner, when you wash your hands before eating, and even how you respond to challenges. Every healthy habit you practice teaches a lesson without saying a single word. That doesn't mean you have to be perfect. In fact, letting your child see you make a mistake and then make a better choice can be a valuable lesson. If you skip a walk one day, you can simply say, "Let's go tomorrow." If dinner isn't perfectly balanced, you can make the next meal a healthier one. Children learn that healthy living is about consistency, not perfection. You can also make these habits enjoyable instead of feeling like chores. Let your child help wash vegetables, choose a new fruit to try at the grocery store, or pick a fun outdoor activity for the weekend. Turn healthy habits into family traditions, a Saturday morning bike ride, an evening walk around the neighborhood, or preparing a healthy meal together creates memories while supporting lifelong wellness. Celebrate progress no matter how small. If your child drinks more water this week, that's worth noticing. If they try one bite of a new vegetable after refusing it for months, that's a step forward. If they choose to play outside instead of reaching for a screen, encourage that choice. Positive reinforcement helps healthy behaviors become lasting habits. It's also important to remember that every child is unique. Some children love sports, while others prefer dancing, swimming, or simply exploring nature. Some enjoy trying new foods, while others need more time. Avoid comparing your child with friends, classmates, or siblings. Focus on helping them become the healthiest version of themselves. As children grow, their needs change too. A toddler's routine won't look the same as a school-age child's, and a teenager's habits will continue to evolve. Staying flexible while keeping the same healthy foundations, good nutrition, regular physical activity, enough sleep, proper hygiene, emotional support, and routine healthcare gives children a strong base for every stage of life. Remember, you don't need to transform your family's lifestyle overnight. Start with one simple habit today. Maybe it's eating breakfast together, going outside for half an hour, replacing one sugary drink with water, or reading a story before bed instead of using a screen. Small actions may seem insignificant in the moment, but repeated day after day, they create lasting change. Years from now, your child probably won't remember every healthy meal you served or every reminder to brush their teeth, but they will benefit from the strong body, healthy mind, and positive routines those everyday moments helped build. Healthy children aren't raised through perfect parenting. They're raised through love, patience, encouragement, and simple habits repeated consistently over time. If you found these tips helpful, consider subscribing for more practical parenting advice that supports your child's healthy growth and development. We'd also love to hear from you in the comments. Which healthy habit has made the biggest difference in your family? Or which one are you planning to start this week? Your experience might inspire another parent who's just beginning the journey. Thank you for watching, and remember, the little things you do every day often become the biggest gifts you give your child for the future.